welcome to Sassy Southern Home. Gosh, can y'all believe that it is already February? It's crazy how time flies. Anyhow, so February, we're approaching Valentine's Day. I've already done one Valentine's DIY decor, so this is a second one. Now this is more along farmhouse style, so more of the whites, distressed looking. The other one was more of I guess a country style, a little more natural looking, I would say. But this is farmhouse style. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I want you guys to follow me. And any comments, I want to know what you guys like in my videos, what you want to see more of. Just please just keep me in touch and keep me in the loop, but hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you'll know when I post. I post weekly, and like I say, let me know what you want to see, but let's get crafting. Our first project, I have these 3 rings here, and I'm pretty sure I got these from Dollar Tree. I am going to use I believe the middle one. Yeah, the middle one for this project. And I had these blooms from, I'm not sure if I got them from Dollar Tree or Walmart. But I am going to use them. I'm also going to use some leaves. You can see here that I had in my stash. I keep all my leaves from my florals. You never know when you're going to need them. But I wanted it to look fuller than the little leaf that came on these roses. So I'm going to, and most of the time I'm going to just stick those through the little hole in the leaf that I've got and use those. But I'm going to use a combination of my floral wire and hot glue to glue these down to this wire. Now, I'm going to go about halfway down and kind of not quite all the way around. I'm just going to go up one side. So I'm going to put them one way, and then when I get towards the end, I'm going to turn them around and go the opposite direction. And then you will see that I've got some of the buds left over. So I'm just going to take those in the end and place them in there with some hot glue to just fill it in and make it full. You can put a little sign with this, a little love sign, like I used in my prior Valentine's video would be cute. But I liked it just the way it was, with just the wreath and then the florals on it with the extra greenery. I liked that look. It was simple. It's going to go on my door. I'm not sure if this is really farmhouse, but I don't know. It's just cute as it can be. And like I say, it's simple. And it's going to be something easy to pull out year after year. And you could really use this into the spring months because it's very springy as well. When I got to the end, I just flipped it over just to keep everything secure and glued everything real good on the back and then let that dry. And then here it is hanging on my door. And like I say, it's so cute. I didn't add a ribbon or anything. You can certainly add a ribbon if you wanted to. My next project, I had this little pallet wood looking board in my craft stash. And of course, you can use a little board from Hobby Lobby or get something from the Dollar Tree. And then the little heart that I had there was left over from my prior Valentine's Day video, and I didn't use it on my garland for my mantle, so I'm going to paint it. Now, I'm going to use 2 of these hearts for these projects, and I mixed them up, but I just went with it once I did. I wanted the one that was black to go onto this board and the one that was white to go on the upcoming project you're going to see here, but I swapped them out. But it's okay, it doesn't matter. So anyhow, I'm going to paint the board just 1 coat of white chalk paint. And I only wanted 1 coat because this is more farmhouse, so I wanted the grain to show through and some of the wood grain. And I'm not going to paint full coverage, and on the sides, I'm just going to more of a dust on the sides. But I did do the sides as well also. So just 1 coat and then let that dry. And then you're going to see me painting the heart, but again, I swapped out the hearts and used the opposite heart, but that's fine. And also here you'll see I have I have my other project going on here too, so you'll see the beads. Never mind the beads or that tassel. Don't even bother looking at that. I had some buffalo plaid ribbon left over from I actually had it in my Christmas stash, but I was like, this kind of goes all year, so I've left it out of my Christmas stash, and it's just going to stay in my craft room. I'm going to do a simple bow with it, and then the little spool down there is just some pink ribbon. You can use pink, white, red, whatever you have, and I'm going to layer them because I just like that effect. So I'm going to layer them. I'm going to hot glue them on top of the little heart. Like I said, I initially intended for the heart to be the black heart, and you'll see why in a second. But it worked out fine because once you put the bow on it, you didn't get to see much of the heart anyhow. So I'm going to do the bows, and on the ribbon, I did 2 loops for it, and I dovetail the ends on this buffalo check. And then glue them about halfway down on that heart. And then you're going to just take the heart then and glue it onto the board. These little letters, vinyl letters, I guess, I got these from Dollar Tree, and there's two of each letter. They're on front and back. It's just a peel and stick. Now, if you have a Cricut, of course, do your little Cricut because it probably would look nicer and you can line it up. I don't have a Cricut. I'm thinking about getting one. You guys comment below and let me know if you have one, if you love it, whatever. Help me decide. I'm on the edge about it. Anyhow, I'm going to put on here, love is kind. And that's one of the most well-known part of scriptures in the Bible, in Corinthians, the love chapter. And we all need more love and kindness in this world. But that's it. That's simple. Here it is. And it's so stinking cute. And it's got a great message to it. Here's my other little heart that I painted black. Actually, you're going to see the white there. That's so funny that I switched these up. Anyhow, you're going to see the white, but that's the one. It doesn't matter. Anyhow, it is what it is. And then I'm going to use these beads again. I use these beads in the other Valentine's Day video, and I'm going to use them a little bit later here again. These wood beads I got, it is a huge packet that I got from Hobby Lobby, and there's two sizes to it. So I'm going to use these, and I'm going to make, I don't even know what you want to call it. It's the beads that just lay, it's not the ones that just lay out, but they're actually tied together at the end, and then the heart's going to be part of it too. So I just did one coat front and back on that paint. Actually, I think on this one, I ended up with the black heart, and I didn't paint the back, and I needed to paint the back. I didn't need to paint the back on the sign, so I painted it white. So it's black on one side and white on one side, what ends up on here. So I've got this sisal, I hope I'm saying that right, sisal rope. You can use your jute twine. You can use, if you've got some cute thread, yarn, whatever you've got to use. But I'm going to thread them on here. And I think I did 5 of the smaller to 1 of the larger, either 3 of the smaller to 1 of the larger. So I just kept going until I got the length that I wanted. And that was a fast process. And then I'm just going to cut this off. Now you want to tie it real good. And I use some hot glue to help hold it as well. But you want to have some excess string, rope, whatever on the end, because you're going to use that to tie your heart onto it. Now I'm also going to use some of this sisal rope to make my tassel. So I had a piece of cardboard. I think this came out of a little picture frame, a 4x6 picture frame. It was perfect for it. So I just wrapped it probably 25, 30 times. Now this was a booger to cut. This stuff was really tough. But I got through it with my scissors, and I probably need to stop using my sewing scissors for cutting whatever. I need to stop doing that. But anyhow, so I got it cut. If you haven't made a tassel before, just bend it over. You're going to make a little head part to it, so you're going to need some more of that rope. And then you're going to tie a little top part to it. And then I took some more and then wrapped it around several times, tied it, and then hot glued it down. Now, with this sisal rope, you can't comb it. If you use some threads, yarns, and stuff, you can comb it and make it real bushy. This sisal rope kind of does its own little thing, but I like the look of it because it's just a natural element. So some of it went off to the left, right, straight, whatever. You do want to cut the ends of it. Cut them as even as you can cut them. And of course, it was a little tough with this because, like I say, some of them were laying off all kind of sideways. But so cut them, and then, so now what we're going to do is take the extra rope from your beads. You're going to have to take your heart and drill. Now, you had to change out to a smaller drill bit, but you want it large enough to put your rope through. Drill a hole at the top of your heart and a hole at the bottom of your heart. And y'all, this heart was, this thing was tougher. Even my battery's going dead in my drill. This thing took me a while. Just be careful doing this. Don't stick your finger. You see I'm just sitting here holding it. I decided I better put it on the side of the table and do it. But anyhow, drill a hole up at the top. You see the red on the back of there? That's why I painted white. Top at the bottom. So take the yarn from your beads, tie it to the top. Then you're going to need another piece of yarn, loop that through your tassel, and then tie that to the bottom of your heart. And then when I got through tying everything off, I just used some hot glue to make sure that everything was secure and to lay that rope down as much as I possibly could. See the red? Yeah, it turned out white. And there it is. That's cute. Okay, next project. I am going to use the larger of those hoops. And I'm pretty sure I did get those at Dollar Tree. Now, I am bending this. I wanted to be careful because I wasn't sure about it. And it did end up breaking, but it ended up breaking in the best place because I just bend it and then I needed to get the beads on. So it broke in one place and that was fine. So what I decided was, before I try to bend it anymore into a heart, I wanted to get my beads on and then bend it because it would have a little more to keep it down, if that makes sense. So and it did help. So you just want to bend it and shape it into a heart, and but just break it first and then do that later. You can do that afterwards. Now, see, you'll see me here working with it. And I'm laughing because I was doing this, my beads would fly off. I'd have to pick them up off the floor, put them back on. And then when I got to secure the ends of it, I died laughing because I would hot glue it. I would run the rope, sisal rope around it. It popped off, beads flew everywhere. These ribbons flew everywhere. But anyhow, just secure it. Put all your beads on it. Maybe don't put these on it. Put the beads on it, but leave some room because these little scraps are from my other Valentine's Day video. And these fabric squares came from Dollar Tree. So I'm going to put them after, and I think I did 5 smaller beads, 1 large bead, because they don't put as many large beads in this pack as they do the smaller ones. So just whatever you've got to work with. And then I tied 3. And you can see it here, and it's so cute. But just have patience with it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed.